we are hopefully going.
Sexual noise. Coming
You
and
need
other
home.
related things with the sexy. My part has been played.
Failed. Yeah, so I'm Alari at the moment. So mid-conversation, she switches to Alari.
I love the fact that we've not even technically started. It's already
No,
gang
but,
stuff's
like-
happening.
No, because, like, this is the only way we're going to be able to contact people outside of sending stones, okay?
That's fair. Also, I should state as well, it's been a while for this one.
It very much has.
Indeed.
And not only has it been a while and we finally get back to it, we have everyone here.
This is a lie, sir.
Why, who are we missing?
I don't know.
Santa,
Whoever
apparently,
just
because Santa vanished.
Yep,
Whoever just left.
you jinxed it. Santa's gone.
He's back.
And we don't have a Kuiper anymore.
He's gone.
Sad
No.
face.
He is gone. He's back.
Are you having connection issues, friend?
No, I'm just fucking.
He's just having fun.
Yeah, we don't have a Kuiper, but that's because Josh dropped out a while back.
Yeah. Sad face.
It's fine. Kuiper's currently having to deal with a lot of Darkin.
Darken aren't nearly as bad as the Void.
Potato, they're both godlike entities. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, someone's getting fucked.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're both equally bad, I'd say. So, greetings everyone.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
No, Mum said there was crisp downstairs for me. So I was saying thank you.
Fair.
Thank you, Mum.
Greetings everyone and welcome back to Dark Tides of Runeterra. It has been a hot minute. So, wait, no, gifts.
Oh.
The fuck am I looking
Yeah.
at, Ranna?
I don't know. I think it's some sort of game.
It's a circle pit game.
Looks like people have just got worms and are trying to get it out.
It's like it's a way to make a circle pit more entertaining. And that's not even, I say a mosh pit actually. Circle pits are when you run in a circle. Because mosh pits are banned in indoor arenas for the most part.
It's like people wanted a game of Beyblade but forgot the Beyblade, so had to do it themselves.
Pretty much. You gotta try and like not get knocked over.
Okay, so I've got to try and recap what happened last session while trying to remember what happened last session.
We're off to fight the void, and the party builds an army.
Do you know what the worst part is? I've not made a map for that.
Ooh.
Well, then it just sounds like this session is over. I'm sorry, guys. We'll see you next time.
I've not had
We'll
the
see you in 2 months.
I've not had
Sure,
the
yeah, we'll see you in 2 months once we get everything put together.
I've not had the chance to make the map purely because each time I've tried to make the map, the internet has gone, no, I don't want to live.
Oof.
Yeah, the internet's been terrible today.
Really has.
Well, what do you need for a map?
You know
Like,
what's
you could-
funny?
You could jump into
Serrano
like
was having
It's
Serrano was having internet
Literally
problems.
find a
I
desert
started
map,
having
that's it.
internet problems.
well, like
Now,
I could make
you
a
guys
I
are
could
having
like
internet
make a map to your
The curse is
specifications.
spreading.
it's fine. I can get that sorted out for next time. Because I believe this time will be just you gathering the forces and, the night before situation. Especially given you've not exactly located where this is or even seen it on the periphery yet.
Fair.
So
What
you
was
are all
Rocco's
still
volume
pretty
so
much
low on
traveling on the
Discord?
ship. What's that?
Rocco was turned down like really low on my Discord for some
Okay.
reason.
It's probably because I haven't been here in a really long time.
That's fair.
Yeah, but also at some point you may have been a bit loud and I turned you down and then I forgot to turn you back up.
So essentially,
That's because I don't always yell.
I know.
what was happening last time was you tried to go against the void. You tried to stop them from summoning something worse into the realm. You decided to try and call in favors. Air quotes favors. And the ones that we got listed so far that I know that you contacted last session are Draven, Cled. For some reason, it's corrected someone to be Dinner. Who the hell is Dinner?
You.
I don't know. Who's dinner? Oh,
Changed his name to
I
dinner.
shorted it to I shorted Heimerdinger to Dinger, and it changed it to dinner. Dinger. There you go.
Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger is on your ship. You got Draven and Cled on the way. Mariah went to Zorn to contact Mundo. You tried to contact Misfortune, who is instead sending Alari. Given that some of the higher-ups of Shurima don't want to help, Wafflebyrg has taken a gamble on contacting Xerath. Nico is already on your ship. Alekxander has contacted Akshan,
Yep.
his boy
Aye.
toy. And you already knew
He
that
didn't
Viego
contact
was on his
other
way.
boy toy.
And I
He has two boy toys.
Who's his other boy toy?
The Demacian who's with those traders from the Feliord.
Oh god, the Warcook.
Yeah.
The war cook.
I forgot about the Warcook.
Go
what's-
first. I don't remember the Warcock, so.
You got a sending stone for him.
But on top of that, there is the one other person. And I need to know now, of you all, who is keeping an eye on the cell?
The cell.
I would have set up alarm outside of it.
Okay, so no
Like the
one,
alarm spell.
no one themselves are actually keeping an eye on it. He's just been left in there.
I mean, except, a crew of like 300 rats, some eggplants, and whatever the fuck Zoe's brought onto our ship this time.
Yeah, we have like people who keep an eye on him. It's not just
Okay,
us directly.
so
This is a super max prison. This ain't no Tom and Jerry prison,
But I've
okay?
also essentially placed the alarm spell.
Yep.
On the cell, so if he tries to get out of it, it'll alert me.
and we'd be saying as well that Mariah has also taken the time to quickly pop to Bandle City.
Bandle. Yep.
Might be get try to mix Yordle and Bandle together. I'm about to say Bordle.
Bordle. It's the Bordle line.
The Bordle. Going through the
It's the
Bordle to
Bandle
Bordle
portal.
City for the Bordles.
Borderlands.
The Borderlands.
The city's
I'm
a
sorry
Bandle.
if we
The
get somebody
portal
with
to
a
Bandle City
freaking
is the
verbal
portal.
tick that sounds like that.
Gearbox and Ride present Borderlands. Borderland. Blah 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 blah.
It's just a Borderlands remake where everyone's a Yordle.
I'm not gonna lie, I would low-key actually play that.
Sorry, excuse me, as I apparently had a fucking stroke trying to say that word 3 times.
Borderland.
But yes, she's gone to Bandle City to try and get some aid and has come back saying that not only is Tristana coming, being dragged there by Lulu, but Rumble is also going to make his way. Rumble, with a bit of aid, is going to see if he can get some of the mechs programmed up to work by themselves rather than anyone piloting them. So I'm not putting you through that again.
Good.
Tristana is also going to see if some of the Bandle gunners will also come.
Just going to prod the alcoholic mother about bringing her boyfriend.
Which one?
Gragas, how many do you have?
All of them. Just bring. Wafflebyrg suggests bringing all of them, and any girlfriends and any.
I mean, if any of them are willing to fight, sure, bring them too.
Oh, don't even tell them they're gonna fight. Just bring them.
See, you need to differentiate between boyfriend and boyfriend. I have friends that are boys.
Oh
I mean,
God.
dating
Even
or
me.
fucking mother. Either one of those.
Now, those are two different things as well, but
You know what I mean!
Wafflebyrg's having questions about the origins of Alari and Delris now.
Well, I mean, if they were twins.
Your beak.
this is,
I mean, look, are they? We've never actually seen what they actually look like
I'm sorry, but
potatoes? So, how do we know they're actually twins?
I'm sorry, but
We're
with
fraternal twins.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but with you mentioning that now, just like questioning Alari and Delris' parents, it's only just now you're realizing they've got a fabulous mustache.
No, it's just like we're fraternal twins. We don't look exactly the same.
Exactly. That's my point.
That's not a point at all. You've met
Is
my
it?
father.
Have I?
I have.
Yes, we met him as a spirit at the fire ruin.
Did we?
Yes.
So,
I remember meeting Potato's father.
Yes, he was the
Oh God,
spirit
that
at
is
the
a
fire
thing.
ruin. He now
Yes,
guards
but-
it.
No. We met Potato's father on the Shadow Isles.
Yes, we met my father at the fire ruin when we were there.
Sorry, sweetie, I'm going out for fire magic. Be back soon. This party is just an amalgamation of family issues, isn't it?
I can turn the ship again.
Like, well, considering this one, side eyes the mother, left us when we were 7 years old, yes.
Wow. Bringing up the childhood trauma card.
Wait, no, that's the wrong place. You're going towards
Fair.
that dot. There we go.
Hey, Alekxander, do you have any childhood trauma?
Alexander doesn't have memory of childhood. Alexander has probably headbutted most of that out.
Where are you going that way?
So that's a yes then.
That out.
What?
He's got daddy issues.
I
Also-
heard that.
Also, he's got daddy issues.
Hey,
but
don't
mostly
talk about
daddy
Aksham
issues.
that way, cheeky bastard.
Hey, I can talk about Shreemans however I want.
So
I suppose that is fair.
she
Hold
is going to
on.
hand your mother is going to hand you 2 different stones.
I love being in campaigns with
Who's
Jack.
who?
She hands one of them. That one's for Gragas. Although with
The
that
other
one,
one?
it's more of a gamble to see if he's actually, not drunk.
This is the equivalent to fantasy speed dial, and I love it.
The other one, she just kind of rests it in your hand. And you see carved into the stone the symbol of the Winter's Claw. That one you're probably not
Who?
going to be too happy about.
Swear to fuck
Who?
if this rings me.
That one you're going to be too happy about. Bring. Hello, Alexander.
Who is it?
Our tribal chief. And I don't mean Roman
Ah.
Reigns.
Just kind of goes, oh, great. Talking to her is going to be fun after I tried to fuck her.
What?
You what? Hold on. Wait.
I was very drunk.
Wait. What? First off, how does Wafflebyrg not fucking know about this? Wafflebyrg has spent a very long time trying to set you up with people. And this? Potato, did you know?
No, I don't think I did, but it is still funny regardless.
Mariah!
Did
You know that Alari tried to fuck? What's her name again? You tried to fuck her and you don't even know her name?
I do know her name.
One.
Oh my
Player
god, like
just
mother,
brain
like
farted.
daughter.
Uh,
I thought I
player brain
raised you
farted.
better than this. Wafflebyrg's a good parent. You're just a bad kid.
You can honestly tell that Santa's been waiting for weeks to play Wafflebyrg again.
no, I've genuinely, her name has just gone out of my brain the moment I needed to remember it.
Sejuani.
There's one.
Yes, well, I was very drunk, and, well, she is a little bit my type, Sejuani, but it is, never happened.
Oh.
It
Wait,
didn't
who am I
happen,
talking?
so-
First off, who am I talking to?
Alari.
Aren't you the straight one? I thought the other one was the gay one. I thought we had set boundaries and limits on this. I thought I understood. I mean, it's not
No.
wrong that your sexuality is being explored in such a way, but it's mostly my fault for not understanding this. Potato, did you know this?
yours get any bigger
Alekxander!
than mine?
I
Alari,
The ship is that I don't have to sneak in on any conversation. You can hear it from other side of ship. It's impressive.
have
I
missed
know.
this.
Please keep telling me.
imagine Wafflebyrg
I'm
pulled out the
making a
freaking
list of
megaphone.
people I need to hit up at this point.
No, look, I am bi. I prefer men, but I am bi.
I have missed this. I have missed all of this.
Well, at least you're saying bye.
Understands, you know, you've got to try every flavor before you pick favorite one, yes?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you're not wrong, but okay.
Look, my sexuality aside,
Mother in that room with you. This must be so amusing in there.
I'm
The
just not
look on
looking
her
at her.
face, her jaw probably needs reattaching with bolts.
I am just not looking at her.
Her mother just slowly looks to you, Alexander, and goes, "What do you think drives me to drink?"
She just looks through the wall, and Alexander goes, "Somehow I feel a presence has met me."
Wait. No, mother alcoholism. No, you can't say that. You're just as bad. Holy shit! For the first time in forever, I'm starting to see familiar
Look,
relationships.
I'm not bad. I got drunk once and flirted with some people and didn't end up sleeping with anyone. Okay?
Mariah got drunk on the
Such a
same night.
disappointment.
Became a vomit
Solution.
fountain.
I don't make a habit of it.
Wait. So you didn't make it in bed?
No. She rejected me. Well,
Isn't she married?
Wafflebyrg. You're not exactly the heartful type.
well
Then
the,
again,
the,
huh?
the problem was we apparently had similar tastes.
Alexander does
we
not
don't need to
compute
go
this
into that.
information.
You got Szechuani'd.
Regardless, I flirted with a few other people, one of them being Potoo, which I swiftly apologized for.
We've got the giant fight tomorrow. You should probably be getting some rest, maybe planning.
No,
I
What's
don't
Wafflebyrg
think getting all
plan
of our
for
emotional, sexual rage out in front of our mothers is an interesting way to do this.
Your
I
mother,
mean, it's just catching up for lost time.
your mother will just look to you with that Alari and be like, "You flirted with Potoo."
by accident. I was very drunk.
Wait, you flirted with Potoo?
I was very drunk. And then realized it was Potoo and apologized, and because Potoo is not my type. No offense.
Honestly, it's more offensive that you flirted with me after being drunk. But I understand.
It's okay, Potoo. I think you're a pretty birdie.
He's not my type, okay?
You are, however, too young for me. About a couple centuries too young.
Yeah. I think it is much.
Oh God. The worst horrible thought with that then is, yes, who is around Wafflebyrg's age then for that kind of thing? Your two choices, Wafflebyrg, is the Poison Lady and Mariah.
No.
No. Wafflebyrg sees Mariah as a child. He would never
I see her as a
Wafflebyrg.
child.
Yeah, Wafflebyrg would never fucking do that. Like, also, Wafflebyrg would never be in another relationship. The severe trauma the man has lived through
So-
has kind of put him off the dating scene.
Regardless, I'm going to call people now.
Which Tone are you going to contact first?
She's gonna call Gragas first.
Alexander will actually walk in at this point, so I don't have to shout what I need to interject for stupid jokes.
You know, we
Um,
actually have an intercom
Hello?
system. Like, we have pipes that go throughout the entire ship.
Maybe that's
Hello,
why Alexander can
Gragas?
do everything.
Just there's just a,
Gragas, that's a name.
Gragas
There's just
saved
a bit
me
of
from this
just
conversation.
a bit of silence,
Oh, Gragas, woo.
and then you just hear like the connection. Right. Yes.
Hi, I'm not sure if you remember me. I haven't forgot my own mother's name. 1 second. I don't remember what sheet I made a note of this on.
Rebooting.
Anybody know their actual surname? Is it actually I forgot my own mother's name? So that's weird. I thought Frolionians had like simple surnames.
Look,
Like
I've been calling her my alcoholic mother for too long.
Alexander
I
knows
didn't
his
even-
surname, and I don't think he's had to bring it up even one time since he got to you.
I mean,
he
I
always
don't
introduced
remember
himself
her
as
name.
Alexander.
It began with an M.
I mean, to be
It's
fair,
because every time Alexander gets into combat, he says his full name, which I fucking love.
to be fair, I forgot that Rhea had a last name until I checked the sheet on Saturday. I was like, oh, she actually has a last name. I thought she was just a single name. Let's erase that. It's now just a single name because it's never come up.
It's Ripley because you're
Can
first
we
man.
just because I can't remember.
I mean, that
her
is who she
name.
was named after.
Can't remember her
Just
name.
becomes
So can we just
Magnolia.
call her like Minera or something?
If you
Can't
begin
remember.
with M,
Banana.
I can't
began
believe you've
with an
forgotten your
M.
in-game mother's name.
Mayonnaise.
It's never brought up. Like ever. I got told it once.
Mayonnaise.
And then we just
Name
proceeded
is
to call
Ma'am.
her the
No.
jumping
Was it-
Then fair enough, because in your defense, like if you don't make it yourself, it just becomes significantly less memorable.
wasn't it just something like Mary or something? Just like
think
a
it
No,
nice.
it was different than that. It wasn't
Call
like
him
a simple
Mimosa.
name.
Call him Mimosa.
You called her like I would just find it on my iPad, but my iPad's not working. That's where all my notes usually are. So it's a thing of like
Oh, I
don't have
remember it.
notes
I
right
remember
now.
her name. It's
I'll just say her name's Minari, okay?
that
Let's
works.
stick with that.
That works. That works
Alari,
until we
Delris,
find it out.
Minari. There we go. It's like I am Minari's daughter. Alari.
Oh. Are you the blue one or the red one?
The blue one.
She's the technicolored one.
Or is she needing a top up? Is something happened to her? Is she okay?
God, that's
Oh,
toxic
it's
relationship.
well, we're actually about all of us, including my mother, are about to go into a war against the void.
You're not exactly selling this very well, are you?
And we were wondering if you may perhaps be inclined to come help.
I got a question.
Yeah?
What's the void?
Evil, buggy, very not nice thing that will destroy the entirety of the world if it's left unchecked.
It means no booze!
For the rest of your days. I don't know why my mind went so good at Matatsu.
What he says. Basically, if they take over, you're not gonna ever be able to drink again.
What a strange way to sell this.
Yeah, he's an alcohol salesman. If I
That's
was
a
an
fair way
alcohol-
to sell this.
Yeah. I mean, for you, Alexander, I'd just say there'd be no more fighting.
I mean, Alexander likes to get into a fight, don't get me wrong, but that one's a bit of a sore beat for Alexander, believe it or not.
I think I know where that is.
Never judge
Yeah,
yourself.
I can go. I can go sort that out. Leave it to me. I can go sort that out.
What? It's in Shirima.
That's a funny name.
And that's the end of the campaign, Greg.
Let's just let us not waste too much time on this one, methinks.
I guess. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you soon, maybe.
As soon as it hangs up, your mother will look to him like, that's going to end in one of two ways. He's either going to show up in the middle of the fight blind drunk and swinging fists, or he's gone to the other end of the Freljord thinking it's up there.
Where?
Kragus is just charging at Lysandra's castle.
She'll just hand her back the Gragas stone, and then just kind of stare at the Sejuani one before going, "Hello, Sejuani."
There's silence,
Says baby.
and then a voice finally comes through. Hey, I think you dropped this on the ground over here. Wait, there's voices coming out of it. Give me a moment. All right.
Who is this?
Olaf,
Oh, hi, Olaf. It's Alari. We met a while back.
you're gonna have to
Um,
refresh my memory.
I'm blue.
During the undead situation with like all the ghosts, and you got super cool light weapon, and like 90% of us stole it.
Oh. Yeah, I think I recall. Give me a moment. May you just hear like grunts of war and battle before I get back. Yeah, well,
What's his fighting? What's his fighting? Eh? What? What's going fighting on? With the fighting boy? Sorry, I had to. I had to.
is this because the Valheim RP ended? You just needed outlets for pork.
Oh, trust me, I'm getting those outlets. He's already a D&D character.
So what is it that you're after?
Well, we're about to go fight a war against the Void, and we're calling and looking for aid.
Is that more
people?
ghosts?
No, it's outer worldly thing that'll destroy the entire world if not dealt
Okay.
with.
I got a question for that then.
Uh-huh.
Does it involve going into space itself, or is it going to be on the ground?
No, it's in Shurima.
Shurima. Is that the
Yes,
yeah, the one where the snow's just orange and warm?
Yeah.
Alexander is starting to believe that he might have a high IQ for his race.
Don't eat orange snow.
I mean,
Yes,
I've
that
been
is
saying
Shurima.
since day one that Alexander is smarter than the party gives him credit for.
All right,
We're-
on one condition. I can help on two conditions.
What's that?
One, can you promise that this will kill me?
Ah,
Yeah, sure.
it's very deadly.
Yeah, Wafflebyrg is just kind of like, it'll probably, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die, so yeah, basically.
All right, sounds good. Secondly, do you still have that small purple one with you?
Mariah?
Yeah, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
All right, after we're done, if I'm still alive, me and her are going drinking for another drinking competition.
No, not again.
I'm not letting her
Uh,
beat me this time.
Oh, I don't think that's wise. I heard what most of the party gets up to while they're drunk. I'm not sure I'd like Mariah doing that.
We did call. It's great to have your aid. Do you think Sejuani would help us too?
I'll be a bit of a far travel to have to deal with a current situation at the moment.
Hmm.
Although that seems to be letting down as well. So, who knows?
If you could check with her before you join up with us, that'd be great.
Will do.
Thank you.
All right. You just hear like a distant voice as he throws it, being like, "Pork, throw that back to Sejuani."
Oh shit, wait, hold on, shoot at the fighting war, mother. Oh, sorry, war mom. Fighting. You just hear him chuck something. There we go.
And it just cuts off.
Okay, so we've got Olaf coming to help us.
It's at this point that I'm going to ask something of someone. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that until later. That'll be an interesting thing for when you've landed and resting.
Is there anyone else we need to contact?
I'm sure that you've caught up with just about everyone now. I mean, you've basically been using sending stones for about 24 hours straight
Well,
at this
I don't
point.
have any more stones that haven't been used, but I do have the sending spell for people that we need to get in touch with.
From the top of Alexander's head, I think everyone who is in the know has been informed. But Alexander is probably the least social person here, so that's not saying much.
Anyone
Well,
else
unless
got
you
any
think
ideas?
that giant tree person would help.
The giant tree person, the one from the Shadow Isles?
Yes. I forget his name.
That's really cute, but how the fuck are we going to get him over here anyway?
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
I don't
say
think
that.
he's. I don't think he's mobile.
Also, I don't know if he likes us. Like, I think we were just convenient for him.
Is there
I
anyone
mean, it
else we
would
can
be
think of?
convenient to not get killed in any way.
With the what's
Allies we've met, people we've traded with who might be useful.
what was that? Sorry, Potoo?
What now?
I thought you said something.
Oh no, I was just mumbling.
Okay.
And I mean, Darius is already going to be coming anyways, if Draven remembers to tell him.
Oh, I didn't contact Clara yet.
I do.
Oh, this conversation is interesting. We can't hear everything that's going on.
So I pick up the Clara stone. It's like, Clara, are you there?
Oh, never mind. It's a stone.
There's a bit of silence before. Oh, it's the
Alari.
sister.
Yeah, I'm Delris' sister.
Yeah, sorry, I got a bit excited for a second then, and then I realized with a
Oh.
more formal tone that it wasn't her.
Oh.
Not that you're not bad as well, it's just she's more outgoing.
That's fair. Look, we may need help from you and your friends. Do you know the void? What the void is?
I know that you've got to avoid it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
it's currently invading in Shurima. Or about to be.
Okay, I just need to explain my mindset there for some reason. Yeah, I heard void and my mind translated it to noid. Like, yeah, all I know is you've got to avoid the noid. And then I realised, yeah.
Did you have a stroke?
I think I did. I think I did.
Just a mini one.
And the weirdest part is I can't even blame me having a busy day on that. I
It's
had an
okay, man.
appointment earlier today, but that was about it. I blame Virgin Media for it. Let's blame. So, sure, Billy. So, what about this void?
Well, it's about to invade in Shurima, and we kind of have to stop it. And we were looking for friends or allies that could help us.
Just one moment. You'll just hear like a bit of discussion in the background. Just being like, do we have any allies in the void? Not the void?
No.
No, not the void. Shurima, sorry. Getting them mixed up. Not really. Could probably find some people who know Shurima a bit more. Yeah, but I mean without traveling. Sounds like it's urgent. Probably won't have time to travel. Let's see what Master Vlad says. He's sleeping. And? He's been sleeping for days. He's probably gone back into one of these deep slumbers. And then Clara just gets back on. So, we may not be able to help ourselves, but we may be able to see about some help. There's a
That'd be
couple
great,
of
thank you.
issues with that, though.
Mm.
Well, essentially, but my darling is seeing about asking her mother to lend some of the Grey Legion for help.
They are?
You remember Scion?
Oh,
The giant corpse guy?
that guy.
Yeah, think along those lines. So, if you got anyone that's a bit averse to corpses,
Does anyone have a problem with corpses?
No, just an entire traumatic experience of all our souls being sucked out, but nothing I can't get over.
All of our souls being sucked up. Speak for yourself.
Like, do
I
you
mean, my
remember?
soul
Like,
didn't get sucked.
obviously, Wafflebyrg, you weren't there, but do you remember when we were at the Crimson place and they had that Scion fellow?
Yes, it was very, very impressive, actually.
Stuff like that.
Not going to lie, Alexander thinks that would probably help against giant creatures from another world.
Okay, they all seem fine with that.
alright, the other one that we may be able to contact, but may be an issue. How wealthy are you?
I have a fair bit of gold.
Oh, she said wealthy. I thought she said healthy. I was like, I think we're fine.
Some Delris' sheep.
Although I don't know if they've put your condition in a doctor's book. I don't know how 2 people, 1 body is really going to translate in there. Maybe Mariah will know.
To myself, I have about 3,000 gold.
It's a case of wealth and also, well, by the sounds of it, it's going to be action-packed anyway. That'll probably lower the price for you.
Why,
Who are you
mercenaries?
saying
It's the end of the
who are
fucking
you
world. Is that
talking
not
about
enough?
right now? Who are you referring to?
The Golden Rose of the Desert, I believe they call her. Samira.
Just kind of just for what's it? Oh, okay, okay.
Oh god, did you bang that one too?
No, Delris does not like her. It is making that very well known in my brain.
Well, tell her that we need to stop the end of the world and we're getting any help that we need. Isn't Viego going to be there? Didn't I hear that a little while ago? Like, aren't we already past the point of people we don't like not being there?
Yeah, we don't really have a choice with him, but sure, contact her and
All right, we'll
let us
see
know the
about it.
price. Thank you.
At this point, it's slowly
Guys.
dying of coughing. I
Let's-
don't know why. It's horrible.
Oh, that was a cough.
At this point, Heimerdinger will head back through the portal, being like, I'm going to go get some extra provisions. Don't mind me. I'll reach for his pockets, and he will hand Wafflebyrg something, given Wafflebyrg is the more technologically savvy of you all.
Once again, somebody has come through a portal and Alexander doesn't recognize them. I'm getting
You
really
don't
tired of this.
Heimerdinger's
Who the
been here
fuck?
for a while.
To be fair, a lot of the ship does not interact with Alexander, and Alexander does not interact with most of ship. I leave that to Wafflebyrg most of the time.
He's a
Yeah.
Wafflebyrg, you have been handed a device, like a small circular device. I will send a message over when I'm ready, and when I'm ready, press that, and it will open up a portal. Through that, I'll be able to send over what forces I can get to help.
Okay.
Now remember, don't be pointing it to some other things. I don't want you pointing it so we all go off a ravine or something.
Do not that suggestion, you moron. It is best to not install the thought in his
Wafflebyrg.
head in the first place.
It's not a good trick, Wafflebyrg.
Oh dear.
It's a little funny though.
No,
I'll-
because they would
Yes,
die
but
and we'd lose
situationally-
even
Yes,
worse than we are.
Wafflebyrg, like, with all due respect, we need every single edge we can get in this fight. This is not
wasn't
our
gonna
usual
do
foray.
I wasn't gonna do it. I was just
Friggin'
thinking-
BRB.
Just
friggin'
remember,
what's her
Wafflebyrg,
face?
for every person who doesn't arrive, that's one person closer to this voidling you're going to be.
Friggin'
Yes, thank you for reminding me on what we're fighting.
just reminds me of friggin' Symmetra's portals. When people used to play stall so that you go off the edge as soon as you exited. But
Right.
what I do want is anyone that is near a window, I suppose, or anyone that is near the edge of the ship, to make me a perception check.
Sure.
I'm sure if I've been near the edge of the ship, so I'll just roll with disadvantage. That seems fair.
Okay.
Whee!
So, Potoo,
What mine big eyes see.
you see large moving shapes from underneath, well, from down below. At first,
Vaguely.
it seems to be almost city-like, like small villages and camps, but moving. And then you see,
Wafflebyrg. Sorry. Go ahead, finish.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
Is that normal? Points.
So Wafflebyrg's looking at it. Is it the nomadic city
I
that we were looking for earlier?
It's not the nomadic city itself, but you would know of these. I'm just trying to find what they are called. These you would know to be. Is it this? Yeah, the Dormants. Essentially put, giant, slow-moving creatures that Sharimans
Hey.
usually get to make mobile villages from.
Back.
Basically, they build on top of them to create what can only be described as, how best put it? Do you remember that one scene from Return of the King with the elephant?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mobile home.
Think that kind of situation, but bigger.
Okay.
Hang on.
Kinda like that one video game with the giant dinosaur in the village on its back.
Trying to get a picture just to
You
show these
mean
off
the
better.
Wandering Village?
Yee.
Okay, now,
That is such a nice little game.
I'll throw this in the D&D chat.
I like Wandering Village. By the same people who made Niche.
These guys.
Oh, slightly smaller than the Wandering Village dinosaur. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
You see what seems to be a small herd of dolls moving. Make me a perception check if you would.
All of us are just.
Just Wafflebyrg, since he's the one that got called to look over from Potoo.
Are my perception checks coming over onto roll 20?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Well, that was a 17, so.
You don't see any signs of any iconography of the Void or any of their cult or worshippers,
Mm-hmm.
but you do see a familiar iconography sign on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Stone Weavers.
Mm.
Oh, they helped us before. That's where we got Pebble from.
No, that wasn't a stone weaver.
Was it not?
No.
Nah,
He was the
Pebble was
shepherd.
from the shepherd.
And you seem to be following roughly around the same pathway as your ship is going. And as the sun is getting a bit lower, they seem to park up and start to set up a camp at the base of the feet of these creatures so they can rest a bit without everyone else being on top, essentially put. And as you do so, you will see a few of them just step forward and start to manipulate the rocks and stones around to give a more solid foothold, essentially put, so no creatures will burrow through the sand to get them at night. And they will start to set up their belongings on top. You feel like this may be a safe place to land your ship for the night before preparing. So do you choose to land, or do you choose to remain airborne?
We want to land for the night? For the night, I mean.
I gotta think Santa's coming back in. Santa disconnected.
No.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi, sorry about that. As I was saying, who wants to talk to a bunch of crazy nomadic wizards?
Oh mean, sure.
Cool.
Oh, do we need to land for the night?
We never need to land.
It would make it significantly easier to talk.
We never need to land. Looks at the fuel gauge.
Wait, this thing has a fuel gauge?
It does. It's called the several
Threads and
hamsters that.
yank
It's called the several rats that are running in the treadmills.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if you are choosing to land, the ship will slowly descend, probably with the same alarm. And the area will be made clear for you. And by that I mean they're not clearing out their camp. They're just summoning up more rocks for you to land your ship on.
Fair.
And as you depart, they seem to be there, ready to welcome you. If you step forward, who is the first one off the ship?
Alari would probably step off.
They'd approach you and be like, greetings, travelers. Are you here to trade? Because now is probably a bad time for trading.
Well, I believe we came down to join you at rest.
Oh,
What do you think?
that is fine as well, but you may want to get out of here in the morning.
Hmm?
Bit of disruption happening from south.
Yeah, that about makes sense.
We're heading down there to try and help alleviate it.
Yes, that's where we're heading as well.
Oh, goody, we're gonna toss rocks at them. I mean, that's better than what my idea was!
I guess we travel together then.
Yes. We were going to go deal with that issue. We've been contacting allies to help with it.
How many allies are we talking about and how are they getting here?
I'm not sure exactly how they're all getting here, but a lot.
She'll just turn around in Shreeman, she will say, so you'll understand this, Wafflebyrg. Make more room for more camp.
I mean, we've got a boat. You don't have to make room for us, but we've got a boat.
Yes, but with what your friend was saying, it sounds like more is coming.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And so room will start to be made.
So, a bunch of rocky lads out in the desert, heading towards a void infestation. That sounds like a story.
They're disrupting the natural flow of the deserts, tainting these lands. One of our number have seen the devastation they can bring. So she's the one that's warned us and rallied us all to try and do something about it.
You didn't know beforehand.
We knew, we just didn't know the extent, I guess.
The extent. Well, better late than never to the show, right?
If you say so.
Good to have you on board. We're all going to die.
Better to die a good death than to lolly about, I guess.
How Shreeman? Which is ironic, aren't you people from Ixtal or some shit?
Ixtal has their own form of rock magic.
I don't know, it's been like 300 years. Live about 300 years, you start to see similarities in all cultures.
But, yes. They'll just look to you like, so you are Shreeman yourself,
Sure.
then?
Who, Alari? Fuck no, she's Freljordian.
You.
Is kind of.
So you know of the city, then, that she returned from? Zolun.
I know nothing good's ever happened there.
She apparently had an encounter with one of the big Zergzais there. Uh, you know, the terror beneath. The Sand Mother.
Yeah.
One of her traveling companions was lost to it. Or sacrificed themselves to
He's a
it.
little bit of a.
I take it from that you've had your own encounters.
300 years and you don't forget. You'd think you would. 300 years, a hell of substance abuse. Lots of things.
She doesn't catch on to the fact that you've quite literally just said you're older living than most mortals.
I mean, you don't forget the sound. You ever eaten a chicken bone? Like just bitten down on a nice, like, turkey leg and then hit the bone and there's that sounding crunch?
I suppose. Oh,
That's what it sounds like.
oh. Well, more reason for us to stop it. We've got things that bad here already. We don't want worse coming.
I'm just here because I don't have a choice and was lied to.
Question, is this still in Shuriman?
Yes.
Okay. Are you at least casting a glare or a glance at someone as you say that last part, though?
And multiple someones.
Everyone else but Wafflebyrg, please make me perception checks. Let's see if someone catches on to the stir.
Alexander is completely unaware that he's done anything wrong and can't understand the word that Wafflebyrg is saying. He does
I
not
don't
pay
think
attention.
Alexander has done anything wrong. I think Alexander's the only person in the party that, because Wafflebyrg's like, Wafflebyrg expects Alexander not to remember that information.
Alari, you're a bit too distracted, mainly because
Bunch of sexy half-naked Shuriman people.
no, more along the lines of when you arrived in Shurima itself, you saw the sand magic and tried your best at it, or was that Delris?
That was I don't remember.
Neither do I. It's been a while. If it was Alari, it's Alari. If it was Delris, you remember fake memories of Delris doing it. But now you're seeing it on a whole other level with people quite literally commanding the stones themselves. This
Also,
is
probably a little, like, still a bit concerned about the whole brand thing.
oh yeah. Potoo and Mariah, however, yeah, you two catch glances from Wafflebyrg, like you notice him staring at you with, as he says that last part. Probably a little bit of, I won't say spite, but whatever he was saying didn't sound nice. You know, like less in the words, more in the tone.
No aggression. Just slight half-lidded look and shrug.
What is Mariah's thoughts on this?
She's just staring at rock people. Let's be honest.
It's just like, just a dirty look over. Potoo's just like, just looks over at Mariah. Mariah's already sat on one of the rocks going, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, now drop it, lift it up, lift it up. Lift it up. Just making her own drop tower.
Yeah, seems like what she would do.
But, yes. While all this is happening, and it is a dark sky above. Alekxander, I am now going to ask you for a perception.
A perceptor boy.
A perceptor boy.
A perceptor fuck. Well, I should have been a 4, but that doesn't change it from being awful.
It does not, no. So you don't notice anything unusual.
Alekxander will be looking to gather everyone in the party together before everyone goes like settling in for the night as well. That's probably what he's distracted by.
So as you're making your way round whatever rocks are being built up and the tents, you round the corner and find yourself stirring not at this small little camp anymore, but just a vast empty plain with a large mountain in the distance.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's about the only response I have to that.
And you feel something that you've not felt in a few days.
A requirement for something long, hard, and upright?
That
I'm
too,
sorry.
that too, I suppose. But I mean more snow against your cheeks and against your face. A harsh, brisk wind.
He probably isn't all too bothered by this. He's probably a little uncomfortable, but he's never really been much. He's not really the type to get homesick.
And then thunder and lightning begins to crash around the mountain. Before taking form, looming over the mountain, staring down at you, is a being you are definitely very familiar with. As
It's Kuiper.
I will post this in the D&D chat.
The chat.
As you see a large, burr-like being staring down.
Rune nipples.
Fuck's
That's my takeaway.
It is your god. Ah, yes.
Praise the holy rune nipples.
He'll just look down at you. And in a voice that echoes all around. Battle begins at dawn, does it not? A war against the invaders of a realm.
Alekxander may follow many of the tenets of this bear, but is not a humongously religious person. This is possibly one of the few creatures in the no multiverse Alekxander doesn't really have words for. Alekxander sort of looks at this, just nods, doesn't really have words.
And you, son of a shaman, son of a beast whisperer, child of the winter's claw.
Alekxander just checks through all of them in his head to make sure none of them was an insult.
None of them was an insult. You would go to war for a country that is not your own, for a goal that is deeply personal to yourself.
Alekxander, you'll have to sort of forgive my non-League of Legends playing ass. Alekxander is not sure where Wafflebyrg would be going with this. But Alekxander should know. I just don't know. So can I make like a religion or something?
Yes, you can.
Oh boy, I'm shit at that, I know. Fair.
He believes in strength above all. He's definitely one of them of more people should be living off the land in the more primal state kind of thing. So for someone to try and disrupt lands that people live off, kind of seen as a slight to him, but more so people challenging the very fabric of this reality. He's most likely not a fan of.
This is
But he is-
basically this is basically Volibear's approval of please don't let the world end. I live here.
It's more so than that, as he will look to you. It is time to prove yourself. I am going to send some of my finest Earth Sign warriors to fight under your command. Prove to me that you can lead.
Alekxander will insert Volibear emote here that isn't like memes. I don't know how your game works.
Add on to that. The witch is lying to you. She has promised you your love. But when push comes to shove, she would happily trap you in that ice.
Alekxander suspected that his conversation with Witch was slightly too easy. This is the first that Alekxander will have spoken to Volibear because he can kind of relate to this aim of questioning. I believe that. Oh,
Go on.
I was going to say, I believe that the best way to deal with this situation is to make my will so unerring that she has no choice. Protecting the world from destruction using every force available to me seems like a very good show of force to prove that she should not wrong me.
Then allow me to aid you in this and in your will of force. Lightning will strike the ground directly in front of you and leave the insignia of the Winter's Claw upon it. Step into the symbol.
Alekxander will just step towards the symbol. Yeah, he's
Yep.
not really. This is just not really any preparation here. It's just
So
simple.
I'm going to ask those of everyone else to make me perception checks, if they would, at this point. Okay.
To fail.
What did you roll?
A 2.
Okay, yeah. Wafflebyrg is still having a bit of a discussion, still kind of annoyed. Everyone else passed, though. It wasn't that high of a DC. It was 5.
I mean, it's literally a fucking lightning strike. I mean,
Yeah, because,
No.
well, they don't see that initial lightning strike, but they do see Alekxander in a trance, walking forwards through the crowd. And there's a bit of air of static electricity around him, causing the others to quickly back away. And as you step into the symbol that you see, you are struck by a lightning bolt.
is this really how it's gonna go down, Lee? All right, I'm sorry I struck Ilu those years ago. Anyway.
Everyone else does see the lightning bolt come down and hit Alekxander.
Alari's straight up like, Alekxander! I'm kind of running over.
Instead of injury or a feeling of near death, you feel empowered, invigorated. You feel a mark start to burn itself into your right shoulder. Not the mark of the Winter's Claw, but the mark of the Volibear himself.
Yeah, I've got a tribal tattoo.
When
Now I'm the most basic bitch man on the planet.
you'll find when you start to tap into that inner rage, that my power will flow through you. Use this strength well.
Yeah.
And the world starts to come back to you. As you see, what I'm assuming is Alari and potentially Potoo and Mariah as well. Because I don't know if you two rushed over as well for that.
I imagine Batu would probably come over to see if Alexander is a smoldering pile of ash.
Mariah, would you have done so?
Yes.
Oh god, she's already approaching with knife like, I can attach you, I can attach you, I can put you back together!
So you come to see Alari and Potoo just kind of huddled around you. And Mariah already opening up a doctor's bag. A doctor's bag that, for some reason, despite being not that big, she is pulling out what seems to be the biggest, rustiest bone cleaver.
I mean, Alexander does not wear a shirt. The insignia is there for all to see. He just sort of turns around and goes, right, Alexander appears to have a little bit of an audience, shall we say, tomorrow. If that isn't reason enough that we have to succeed, then nothing is. Wafflebyrg sends his regards and some of his greatest Earthsign warriors to meet us on the battlefield tomorrow. To join us against this void threat. I dare say he was rather impressed with me.
Well, I suppose that's encouraging.
Well, at least he's alive. She's gonna walk away.
So, while this has been happening, there is one other person that we have not really contacted with or seen to what they are wanting to do, or if they've got anyone they could potentially ask for help. Porcelain Lady.
Yes.
While all this has been going on, what have you been doing to prepare for the battle?
I've been sitting in the corner with my alchemist kit making fire bombs.
I'm scared, but roll me an Arcana check and let's see how well these have come out.
Where did I? No, it's the wrong. There we go. Artana.
There we go. That's what just
I
said.
can't.
They have been coming out very well. You've managed to
These are
make quite a few of them indeed. I would
so
say
just
that you have made. Let me roll for these. 1d12. You have made 7 of them, which will act like a firebolt. And on top of that, I am not letting you just have one. That's a bit shit.
2.
I swear if this is an
Oh
extra
my
nat one, I
Christ.
will cry.
We're just getting all the nat ones out now.
Yeah. You have made. I'm going to take those 2 and minus it off that 6 for a nice even 4 for this, because you've made 4 that are essentially fireballs.
Uh-oh. Okay, so then.
Oh, you're just giving fireballs out. That's not terrifying, Em.
Hey. I have to physically fight people, just like you do, but I'm fragile, okay? You're just gonna let a fragile old lady walk around and get beat up?
Yes, because it kills everything that hurts you.
You know what? You listen here.
Okay, I need to ask now. In a war of attrition, who would win, the Poison Lady or Ramos? Because that's a never-ending loop of pain.
Yeah, it's.
I know.
That's a rough one.
So,
Everybody's just getting hurt.
yep. So you've been making some bombs. You've just been slowly setting some to one side. Is there anything else you wanted to do, or anyone that you could potentially be wanting to contact?
Honestly, for her, not really.
Okay.
Especially considering, I'm just like resetting that. There we
Okay.
go. Especially considering like she's not really well known for having lots of friends.
So,
Before you move on to the next day, if that's where you're going, Mr. Lee.
Mm.
go on.
Alexander wants to get like the whole party together.
I also kind of want to do something before we sleep after this. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Alexander's gonna get the whole party together. So no one's told me to fuck off, so I'm gonna go with yes. I've succeeded.
Fuck
Alexander
off.
will go. Alexander will go. Alexander just wanted to get everyone together because this one. When Alexander joined you, we were off to fight the island. It was pretty big stakes, but things have escalated since then. And I think Alexander just wanted a moment to take it all in. Yeah, we really are fighting for the good of the world. uh, we've gone an interesting way from there, huh?
Mm.
Alexander wouldn't be bringing this up if he had 100% confidence tomorrow, but Alexander understands that the threat that we face tomorrow is exceptional. We've brought
Yes.
in just about everyone from across the continent that we know. We've brought in people that we don't know. We've brought in people that we don't even like. Because this particular threat must be dealt with on a world stage. And I just wanted to say that Alexander has appreciated fighting alongside all of you. And Alexander hopes goddamn well that we're fighting long beyond tomorrow. I apologize if Alexander has sort of dragged us all into this mess. He wouldn't even have been aware of it if he hadn't been to Lysandra's ice fortress. Alexander admits there's that perhaps a selfish motive of his has brought this to us, but I suppose the threat was there regard.
You don't have to apologize. We said we'd help you.
Yes.
Well, as far as Alexander's concerned, tomorrow ends one of two ways for Alexander. Alexander dies, and presumably the world alongside that, because if Alexander is dead, Alexander doesn't have a lot of faith. I intend to outlive this, damn it! Or we all succeed, and Alexander goes home to his wife. Maybe he keeps adventuring with his wife. He gets his wife.
He
There is a
does.
very good ending, and there is a very bad ending.
It ends one or two ways. Either Alexander dies and takes the world with Alexander.
For now, let's keep it in our minds that we're going to have a lot of help. And our chances aren't 0. We've pulled through on worse than that. We have, as you said, been through a lot since we all met. We've fought
Alexander
some
will
great things.
go on.
We will survive this.
I know he will. Alexander will get out the aptly named Horn of Something. And Alexander will produce for himself the finest ale that the Freljord has to offer.
Yep.
And just be like, well, I'm not allowed to share with this thing, it doesn't let me. But pretend that we all just just clinked on it, yes?
Sure.
Right.
Here's to the end of the void. Big sip.
We're in the world. Both good. Well, actually, no, not both good.
You mean are both good? Not ending the world. Stop that.
That's why I said not both good. They're just like,
200-something years.
then just like the thinky voice being like, I don't know, I'm fine with both ending.
Oh, you're also pessimistic. How can you hope to solve your problems if there's no world left to solve them in?
That is my problem. But if
What can you fucking complain about if there's no world to complain about? You'll just be a normie without a world.
Oh, don't say that. No, you're summoned her.
she was the one that was already talking.
Oh, it's hard to tell.
already here.
Her and Delris's mum kind of sound the same, and I wasn't looking that direction.
Alekxander was not looking down.
I've waited 200 and something years.
Interestingly enough, though, as you do hold up the horn, doing like the imaginary cheers thing, a bottle does clink against it.
Yeah.
So tall figure just clinks a green-looking bottle against it. Cheers.
Who's that? I haven't memorized every accent yet.
And you'll see a figure pull down the bandages from around the mouth, take a swig before putting the bandages back.
I am going to burn him.
Who
Right
is
now.
this?
His
Singed.
feet.
Alari literally sets on fire.
She'll just side glance you like, oh, come now. We've got a bigger threat tomorrow than
Oh,
our
I don't
little
care about
petty
that
thing.
threat. I'm going to kill you.
Then you won't
Sorry,
have
I'm
an
sorry.
extra person
Slow
to
down,
help
slow
out.
down. Who are you?
It's
Say-
singed.
Sin.
Oh, I believe we have not been introduced before. I'm Singed.
Has Alexander never met Singed?
I don't believe
Don't
he
get any
has.
medical advice from this.
Okay, I need to see now.
I'll just
She
look
is not
him-
going to wait. She is going to try and immediately, like,
I love the idea. It's like, Singed is here. Alari, go for the throat. Go for the throat.
well, yeah, that's literally one of my things. Like in
Wafflebyrg.
terms of my character traits, it's my ideal. Killing is
Alexander
okay if it's the
takes
elimination
a-
of possible risk to yourself.
Alexander takes a big boy step back. This is not his fight.
He
Alright,
will-
she is
Actually-
going to
Or his
swing
problem.
at him.
I want my pass to be.
Actually, Wafflebyrg is going to get in the middle of the two.
Hmm.
If he can.
He will-
Yeah,
he will make-
porcelain lady is as well.
He'll take a step back and be like, I don't know what I'm more surprised about. The sheer fact that I wasn't even allowed time to talk, or the fact that you two are actually stopping her.
It's like, move.
We can't.
Look,
No.
I get the hatred. I really do. It's quite
Shut
obvious.
You're not gonna help. No matter what you say, you're not gonna help in this situation.
As a matter of fact, I think you'll make things worse.
Can I-
You
Can
have
I?
done irreparable damage. Yes, go on ahead and talk. You're gonna talk anyways. Go ahead and talk.
Can I at least help tomorrow with the fight? You're going to need as many
Sure.
bodies out there as you can, but who
I
knows?
know.
He will look to Alari. Who knows? Maybe I'll die tomorrow and you'll be rid of me. Is it that
Or I could
reason
kill
enough?
you now, and that'd be so much easier.
Would it though?
Hello, what
Yes.
have I missed?
It would be so cathartic to murder you right where you stand.
Hmm.
I'm not going to lie, Singed. You just ruined my entire speech. I mean, I'm kind of pissed at you.
I can't allow it.
Why?
Because we
Give them-
need everyone that we can get. And although he is an evil fucking bastard,
Guilty.
he has things that can help.
He still wants to put me and Delris on a slab and chop us up again.
I know, and the things that we're fighting still want to eat me.
Let's put it this one way. You've heard, or in some cases seen, what I helped accomplish in Ionia. Imagine that kind of power turned against them.
I don't give a shit.
Then this is not a personal thing.
You're right, it's not. But
It
one
is to
step out
me.
of line, and I will literally pin you to the ground and watch you rot for all of eternity. Both
This-
of you, in fact, because regardless of situations, like Wafflebyrg said, We need everybody, I hate to say it, no matter how evil or many people that you've taken because of a single individual and kind of side eyes singe with a very soul piercing look. We have to accept his help in some capacity.
Alari is still literally on fire.
You say this is not a personal thing.
Look, if it's going to,
This is personal for me.
if
This
it's,
is personal for everyone in this godforsaken country that has had a mixture of accepting me and abandoning me.
if it'll help you, Ranny, you can throw me back in that cell until I'm ready tomorrow.
Wait, why did my alarm not go off?
How the fuck did you get out, to be honest?
You had him in a cell?
My magical
Yes.
alarm didn't go off. How the fuck did you do that?
Oh, Alexander feels a little bit like Alexander was going to tell you off because you didn't actually have to come up here and flaunt all over us, but I didn't realize you had him.
Larry, this is a man who has like avoided detection by Piltover for ages.
Yes, but it's a magic spell that lets me know when he leaves the cell.
We're talking ages, dear.
Magic. Like
It lasts 8
child-
hours.
It's child's play to him, I imagine.
You probably
the
just
point-
dispelled it.
The point still stands. I don't give a damn about the world, but I personally cannot afford to lose 200 and something years. I have had to live that long because of the shit. Look. I promise you that I would help get your body back.
Yes, you did. This man wants to make Delris disappear.
If it comes to that, then I will kill him myself. But I cannot afford to lose any more. I am already reduced to almost nothing of what I was. Because of the things in the sand. Because of her. This is a personal fight. My personal fight. That I didn't even want to fight because all of you dragged me into it. And now I have a chance. Because I know she's going to be there. I have a chance to die with fucking vengeance. And you told me you would not take that away from me. You promised you would not take that away from me. And if Singe can help me get that, then you will not take that away from me.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the first times someone has actually asked me for this kind of thing.
I'm not
What?
asking you anything. After the battle, if he lives, he's mine.
That's fair.
Wouldn't rob me of that.
Alexander does not normally agree with the assault of allies, but I suppose this one is quite a extraneous circumstance.
I believe
Literally
what the,
still on fire, just stares at Alexander.
I believe what,
Ally, not friend. Alexander thinks in strategic sense, not in actual quality of human beings.
I believe what they
Alexander,
call it is
Like that.
a temporary alliance of convenience.
Alexander, I'm going to make it very clear tomorrow. If you die, I'm doing the ritual of ascension on you to turn you into a Bakai. You are not dying tomorrow.
Wait, hang on.
Out of everyone in this group, you are not dying tomorrow.
That's new.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, Wafflebyrg, to be honest.
That's new. You could not set on fire before. You have learned. Sorry, I'm just making things worse. I know that. I know that. I'll shut up now.
Like it's getting
Please.
progressively worse to where it's going to that more uh more like brand stage of fire.
You should
The
probably
longer
Potoo,
he
correct
speaks.
yourself.
could you
Oh,
please take Singed back to his cell? And could you put the ghost shark to watch him?
Right.
fine, fine, fine. I guess I'll have to do with a cellmate for tonight.
Porcelain lady's just gonna kind of like walk with Potoo.
Would you like some assistance? I don't really want to stand in here.
Sure, let them
Alari's not
discuss
making any
whatever they
moves,
may
but it looks like it's taking
discuss.
all of her willpower not to attack this man.
He looks like he's going to turn to look to Alari before thinking better of it. Probably having a actual moment of clarity to be like, I shouldn't push my luck.
Yeah.
You know, for good measurements, I'm thinking Boulder would be a good one to have as well.
Just once we're sort of out of earshot, Alexander will just look at this man because he's never actually interacted with Singe and gone, I have no idea what it is that motivates you to push your luck so hard.
Science. Science and knowledge that can only come from pushing boundaries.
Being too smart for
Aren't scientists supposed to be fucking intelligent?
Oh, I
That was
am.
not intelligent.
I'm highly intelligent. Wisdom is a different thing entirely. As are
Fine, I suppose I
morals.
can think of that.
As are
What?
morals.
Well, you're not even saying it right, so I'm guessing you don't have many of them.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well, at
dear
least you can
lord.
recognize it.
Oh, dear lord.
I left those behind in Ionia.
You just had to stick your little nose in, didn't you? With all due respect, Alexander wants every ally in the battlefield tomorrow, but you are such a problem, aren't you?
You know, actually, I think he's got a pretty big nose.
If you think
You
I'm
can
a
tell under the bandages.
if you think I'm a problem, then you may want to have a word with the cellmate I'll probably be having to share with.
Who's his cellmate?
And as you make it in, back down to where the temporary holding cell is that was set up,
Hmm.
you see a ghastly, glowing green figure just crouched down in the cell, almost as if just waiting. And
Is
as you
that
hear,
Viego?
it is not Viego. This figure is a lot more live, a lot more thin and
It's
gaunt.
green, it's fiery. I think it's Viego.
And as she stands up, the ghost-like spears protruding through her body. She just looks to you all.
Oh, it's
That's
her.
Callista.
We have felt many a vengeance, many a wrongdoing, many a betrayal on this battlefield. And we have come like a moth to the flame. Speaking of the flame, she'll like just raise her head as if she's sniffing the air without even taking a single breath. I see the blue on his angry again.
Yes, you can thank this one. Potoo just points at Singed.
Ah,
Hang on, hang on,
yes.
hang on. Will everyone please catch me up to date over what this one is?
We met Callista in the Isles.
Alexander doesn't quite remember this, I'll be honest.
Callista is, well, the vengeful spear. She
Yes, and I'm pretty
travels
sure she...
around.
Can we
Keeping
treat
her
her as friend or foe? And is she going to trigger Alari again?
Well-
Well, as long as you haven't done anything to cause somebody to be vengeful, you should be fine.
There's
But
many
Ginger,
things
on
to
the other
cause people
hand-
to be vengeful.
Well, then you're screwed. Good luck.
I'm not here for him this time.
Hmm.
Although I will say, perhaps a deal can be made later, because I do feel like some vengeance is wanting from there.
Oh, me or against me? I'm so confused.
Yes, but more you're wanting vengeance against others.
Who are you thinking of? I've got a list of people I want to fight. I don't need someone else to fight that for me.
If you die, you will.
Oh, I suppose if I die, but I'm not going to make a deal if I'm dead, am I? Unless, what
mean,
is it that Wafflebyrg said? He's going to, I don't know. The words all mix up in my head. I
You're
don't even
going to get
understand what
turned
he
into
said.
a Bakai.
I mean, I myself am dead, and yet I
I
help
do not
others
know
with
what the
them.
Baki is, but all right.
I do believe Wafflebyrg's a Bakai.
Which part of him?
All of him.
Yeah.
So he's going to turn me into a bird.
No, I think it varies.
Let's
turn into a
no,
bear.
no. We're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. Can I put this man in that cell with the knowledge that he will be alive when I re-arrive to take him to a battle tomorrow, strange green lady?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I would say yes.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Hmm.
For those who are still off the ship, so Alari, Wafflebyrg, and Mariah.
Alari is very visibly struggling to control the flame at the moment.
Oh, it's getting hot in here, isn't it, everyone?
Just
Like,
attack
it's
one.
it's kind of like when Brand sent the flame out of control before.
Why do I imagine Alari just looks down, Mariah's got like a sausage on a stick, just slowly cooking it.
No, she's got a marshmallow and she's like, ooh.
Toasting.
Just the angry look down of Alari. You just hold it up. Made you one as well.
Just no, but she's very visibly struggling to like actually rein the flame back in.
Do we
Like,
douse her with water? What do we do in this situation, guys?
Make me, Mariah, make me a medicine check if you would.
Hmm.
Medicine check's a thing?
Sure.
Yes, it is.
I'm great at medicine, as we can see from this roll.
Water help. Water always puts out fire. Water good.
We need water. Does anyone have water?
You'll watch a few of the villagers just kind of rushing around. Some of them started to grab buckets of water.
Wafflebyrg just absolutely splashes her with his canteen.
it probably wouldn't do much, to be honest.
Yeah, no, like the little splash in the
The
canteen
flame's
just kind
too
of
hot.
evaporates the water. Then you get like 3 buckets at once thrown at you.
Surely Wafflebyrg is going to go ahead and physical contact. Put his mechanical arm on her shoulder.
It would burn.
It would be heat metal.
Yeah,
Doesn't
because
matter.
this is like an extension of my mantle of flame.
It does not matter to Wafflebyrg. You need to calm down.
Can't turn it off.
Because you can't turn yourself off. And don't take that the wrong way, Mariah. You need to calm down. You need to breathe. And you need to stop, like oxygen to fire, stop taking in everything that man says. You're an adult. You're your own person.
kind of looks and is like, she seems pretty. It's like a very desperate look. It's like, I need to protect us
From what?
from everything that wants to hurt us.
You can't. No matter how hard you try, you can't. But it doesn't matter. We're capable. I mean, I know we don't look it, mostly Alexander, but we're capable.
Oh. Sorry, 1 second.
That's right, I'm appreciating these long bouts of in-characterness as it lets me eat these cornflakes.
Of course, you're eating breakfast.
Oh, crunching up.
Like, we've been through a lot, but this is different.
To you, maybe. This entire thing is my past coming back to haunt me.
At this point, a voice will speak out as you hear footsteps come off of the ship.
Hmm?
And you feel a hand press onto your other shoulder.
It's gonna fuck over.
This one, cleverly wrapped in what could only be described as a large oven mitt. And you see your mother.
Oh shit, watch out, she's full of alcohol. What's extra flammable?
Look, boom! Uh, you've been working so hard to protect you and your sister. Let others look out for you now, please. You don't have to
Gonna
do
make
this
a
alone.
wisdom saving throw. No, not yet.
You don't have to do this alone.
Really? Coming from you?
Coming from me. But also coming from your friends. Just take a look around. Take a look at that ship. Take a look at all those people that are on it. And all those that are coming to heed your call. Because you asked. You're not in this alone. You don't need to protect everyone. When everyone is already working to protect each other. The burden is shared now. Rest.
It's funny because one of my things is called the ties that bind. Like one of my abilities. But this is the thing is when you're trying to like get a character over something like this, it feels weird to just make them stop. I was trying to think of a way she'd come down out of it. Really?
Well, I mean, by this point, you've had like 5 buckets of water thrown at you.
Yeah, but it's magical fire.
I know, that's why it's not. Like,
Water
anytime it
doesn't
looks
put
like
it
it's about to
out.
flicker to go out, it just reignites.
What time is it?
It's nighttime. Like, she's acting as a small beacon at this point.
Wafflebyrg's
is-
got the image in his bag.
She is actively, seemingly trying to pull the flame back.
And he's going to. He's going to take out an aesthetic.
A what?
Anesthetic.
Oh. Like actual anesthetic or
For the first time since you have ever met Wafflebyrg, this is actual anesthetic.
Mariah,
I'm gonna
Roll.
do one more wisdom save before you do this
Yes.
because there is something I wanted to do before we went to sleep.
Mariah, roll me a
Mhm.
medicine check as well with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
I mean, Wafflebyrg's not going to eject enough of her in her to make her go to sleep, just enough to calm her down.
Essentially put, as you see Wafflebyrg pull out the anesthetic, you go to reach for the rusty bone cleaver, then stop, move your hand to one side, and actually move to sterilize and make sure the needle is fine that Wafflebyrg's about to put in. Actually doing some proper doctoring this time.
There you go. We don't want to kill off her.
You pretty much treat the needle and then treat where it's about to be injected.
If
Don't
she
worry.
can touch where it's about to be injected.
She's a Yordle, she can handle it.
I'm no pussy to flames.
Just enough
She-
to calm her down.
by
I mean,
touching me though, you do take because of this ability, by touching me you do take damage.
How much damage?
Fire damage equal to my charisma modifier.
which is
+5
oh, that's
every
fine.
time you touch
Yeah.
me.
So
You know
essentially,
how much fur it's got to go through for Mariah.
yeah. So essentially, you take five fire damage, Mariah. But remember that you're also going to get a rest after this. So
Yeah, so that's completely fine.
Yeah, that's
so
the only reason
Mariah
I'm
does
saying this.
burn herself slightly, but she does treat the area. Surprisingly, as said, this is surprising for Mariah as she is actually being a good doctor.
Just enough to calm
People
her
are going to
down.
be saying that to me in about 20 years' time.
Mariah, we can't believe that you're being a good doctor. Well, first, my name's not Mariah, and secondly, what were you expecting? A giant rusty meat cleaver? Slowly pushes it under the desk.
Do I need to make any sort of check or save for this? Aesthetic
Well, you said
going
you
in?
wanted to do something else before it happened.
Yeah, but it requires me not being on fire and in a high and emotional state. It was something I wanted to do before this entire scene happened.
Well, as they're looking like they're about to going to inject you, are you going to try and stop them or mention this?
No, because he said he's not doing enough to put me to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, just enough to calm her down.
Okay. I'd say.
She does look rather freaked out.
Do you know
by the
those
needle,
wisdom
though.
saves that you've been making to try and stop this?
Mm.
Make that with advantage. The flames do indeed start to die down. The colours in the sky look quite brighter. The stars are especially bright out tonight. And it's not like a case of you feel joy or happy. You just feel a wave of relaxation.
After the flames kind of flicker out, probably just kind of falls to her knees. Is like. Just kind of breathing heavily.
Callister just pokes her head out at this point, sees the situation, it's like, no vengeance needed for tonight.
Not tonight, but tomorrow.
Don't need to stoke those flames again.
Not yet.
No, that's for
Um.
once this whole voice thing's dealt with. She'll just appear next to you. So Singed is over there. Want me to go get him for you?
I mean, Alari fully intends to actually kill him. Like, She has no mercy for that man whatsoever.
But go on.
It'll probably be a little while later once everything's calmed down a bit.
Wafflebyrg does kind of look at Alari. You cannot let that man burn you up from the inside out.
It's kind of like, I'm still gonna kill him once this is over.
And I don't care. The things that man has done.
He's too big of a threat to let him live.
He and I both deserve a similar fate. So I don't judge you for wanting to kill him. But if you're gonna kill him, you can't let him get at you.
I understand.
And you can't let anything that happens tomorrow get at you.
I'm not sleeping in the
know.
boat tonight.
I
Sleeping
don't
down
blame
here.
that.
And you can't let the bedbugs get at you either. They bite. A familiar small statue with a large hat just kind of walks from behind Alari.
Hello, Lulu.
I was staying in back and just keeping quiet, which is hard, very hard. She just eats a crisped up marshmallow.
The sand is comfortable, nice and cool. When it's night, it's almost like snow.
Thank you, Wafflebyrg. And Mariah. And I guess Lulu. But
I helped.
Don't thank me. Because tomorrow I'm about to cause irreparable damage to everyone. You all have forgotten that I am a selfish asshole.
well,
And you will be reminded that. But for now, take the only words of wisdom I've ever given you. $200-and-something years, and I still don't find these people to be my own. It's weird.
if you don't mind, I'd like to spend some time alone tonight.
I think we all need that.
Yeah, we could all do with some time alone. And then she just runs over and just drags Mariah off, going, and alone means we're going to spend some time staring at the stars and making funny shapes in the sky.
Vex has competition.
What? And then she'll slowly turn to Mariah. Are you and Vex?
You got some explaining to do. Wafflebyrg's walking back to the boat. Good luck!
After everyone else has gone and she's like alone, just kind of look up at the stars and just kind of say out loud, I don't know who you are, but we met in the ice cave. You're the one who's been granting me this new magic. And tomorrow, we're going into something possibly fatal, I could use your help, your guidance in this sense. Or literal help if you can offer it.
Alari, make me a religion check.
I only have +2.
You will find out the result of that in the battle.
I need to go pee now.
Make a divination check.
I have been waiting.
Oh.
I have been waiting a while. I need to go pee.
Before we do end the night, though, Wafflebyrg is going to go down to the brig.
Okay. As you go down to the brig, is the porcelain lady, Alekxander, and Potoo still there, or would they have moved on by now?
Well, the porcelain
Alexander will
lady's
probably still be there. He's
Yeah.
he's
So,
not
just
in a
kinda
rush
sitting
to get
next
back
to
to
her.
everyone else and doesn't expect them to come to him.
so I'd say while you've all been waiting there, and while Callista's gone off to do her own thing, you would have been joined by one other person. Porcelain lady, you don't recognize him. Potoo and Alekxander, you do.
Bet I won't. Bet you'll tell me
Well,
what they look like. And
out
go,
of character wise, you won't recognize him, I
Go on.
guess, but in character wise, you would. A small blue-furred Yordle with a mohawk and a bit of a cocky grin. It says you put the person that ran the mech school for you.
Oh god, this guy.
He'll just come there and be like, "Yeah, I came as soon as I heard that Tristana and Lulu needed help, but they're off doing their own thing, and I'm bored, and you all look bored, so game of cards while we just wait the night out while we're watching Creepo over there."
Sure.
Alexander could do with taking it a bit off his mind. Alexander doesn't really understand who this fucker is, but he sure as hell got everyone riled up in a hurry, so
I mean, he's got a bit of a giant green eye. You can't really trust people with giant green eyes like that.
Hey,
Alexander, I guess we'll just allow those two outside to yell at each other for a bit while I get my head around this one.
After a bit outside, it does calm down, and then Wafflebyrg does enter. Wafflebyrg, you see Alekxander, Potoo, Porcelain Lady, and Rumble playing cards. Meanwhile, Singed is being guided in his cell by Devi, as well as the Rock Doggo.
older.
That's the one. You also notice how he managed to break out in the first place. He used one of the eggplants to break the spell.
That still would have alerted me. The moment anything touches the alarm spell, it goes off.
Fascinating.
Except apparently eggplants.
Eggplants are immune to spells of that sort, I guess.
I guess the spell just couldn't decide if it was a living creature or not because its intellect level is so fucking low. And it's an eggplant.
Exactly. Confusion set it off.
Oh, that's my reasoning at least.
Confusion short-circuited it. It had never adapted to an eggplant before. It is now adapting to it.
We
Is
just casually
Wafflebyrg-
imagine the spell circle has made a confused, dizzy face.
As Wafflebyrg enters, he is going to say, I need the room. Nothing against all of you, but I need to have a private conversation with our associate behind the bars.
Right.
You and the Alari okay now? Everything at least sort of sorted, yeah?
I'm afraid she will never forgive me for what has happened tonight or what will happen tomorrow, but
That's fine. It sounds like there is a bit of that to go around.
Alexander, I'm
Waffle.
serious. You better not die tomorrow.
Wafflebyrg, I promise I will do everything in my power to make sure that that does not happen.
Good. You have a chance, I do not. So, do everything in your power to get her back.
The room is yours, Wafflebyrg. I'm going to head to bed. I'm sure. I'm sure someone will be able to keep an eye on him. Yes. Good.
I literally don't sleep, so I can.
Oh yeah, you don't, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither do
And
I,
Evie
so
and Boulder
yeah.
are
Looks
literally
like
in the cell.
Potoo,
Mm. Yes.
if I die tomorrow, you get the ship. I was
I thought
going to
that
give
was
it to
not
Moonman, but he doesn't need a ship anymore.
Oh.
Meanwhile, vague distant calling over from Targon. I need a ship.
I need the sheep, despite the fact that I can summon a sheep. But yeah, once Wafflebyrg has the room, he's gonna look at Singed.
Hmm? No,
You and I,
Go on.
you and I deserve far worse fates than death.
I was about to wonder if you'd come to talk to me as a Shuriman or as a Zonian. A Zonite. I know my own names and terms. Look, it's very confining being in here with a giant rock dog.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo indeed.
You put people in worse spaces.
Very much boo-hoo. Oh, sorry, I just thought the fact that yes, boo-hoo indeed, and then the telly starts to play an advert for the Curse of Alton Manor. I'm like, yes,
Ah.
very much boo-hoo, because I can't go.
Do you regret anything you've ever done?
Oh no, you can't go and not go on that ride.
I would have gone on it.
No, you wouldn't have, you chicken shit.
Uh, have I regretted anything I've ever done? Let me think. Coming on this little adventure, getting inside that box and thinking, ah, yes, I can spring out at any moment and just whisk her away. I'm going to be completely honest here between you and me, the Waffleberg. This whole experiment with her has been a bust. It's been nothing but mental and physical pain.
Then why do you haunt her?
I'm a man of obsession, Waffleberg, you should know that. I start an experiment, I have to see it through to the end. Otherwise, it's for nothing.
We are cowardly individuals, aren't we?
Hmm.
So afraid of saying that we've failed. Not that we've had failures, but that we've failed as people to do anything meaningful in our existence. You're a scientist, and not for 1 second have you ever developed anything that actually benefits your own species.
That's not exactly true. There has been some things I have done to help.
But was it to help?
I helped my daughter. But one deed doesn't outweigh the rest. I understand that. That's why
Tomorrow,
Yes.
Tomorrow, if you do anything that I do not agree with, you and all of Zon will learn that I did not for a second forget how to be Volantis.
Wafflebyrg.
And you better hope that I die.
Wafflebyrg. You have my word as a scientist that my only target is going to be the void. And you should know that for someone like me, swearing their life as a scientist means a lot.
And yet you're also Zonian, which means you've got an agenda.
How many people have gotten close first-hand experience with the void? The
Too
closest we have
many.
ever had is Shimmer.
Too many people have had a close-hand experience.
Yes, but a close-hand experience that you survive. That's even less.
It is an unfortunate less. It should be none.
Then let's try and make it none from now on as we deal with it tomorrow.
I'm about to do something awful to them.
The void or your friends? Or those
To my friends.
or those poor innocents outside making camp? Or all the allies that you've called to your aid?
I need to win this, whether I live or whether I die. I can't remember their faces, but I know the fact that I can't look at them if I do not win this. I've made a deal with you, and I've made a deal with worse things.
With worse things now. Are you on about the spook that was in here earlier? Because she seemed less interested in you and more interested in her. Or do you mean the Yordles? Because they can get quite messy sometimes. And then he's just gonna get a slight smirk under the bandages. You've made a deal with the proverbial devil. Of course, that could mean any number of beings here, but still. Well played.
I'm Bakai, I have no soul to trade. So it's less of a deal and more of a con, but hey, here we are. But I suppose I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early.
Bright and early.
And I hope for the world that neither of us fucking survives.
With that, Wafflebyrg's leaving.
He's just gonna smirk to himself and wait till you leave the room. Before he rests an arm on the rock dogger, just as like a leaning thing. Tomorrow is going to be enlightening. And the Alari prays to the stars above. As the game of cards carries on top of the deck, before the night dwindles and everyone gets their rest.
Yeah, Alari does not return to the ship. She sleeps down below.
At some point, a blanket would have been placed over you, and your head slightly raised to put a pillow underneath. Who did that is up to your imagination. Given
It
you
was
don't feel,
Callista.
given you don't feel a presence next to you, you can definitely assume it's not Draven.
Yeah, that's like, it's Callista. Need to be well rested to stoke the fires of revenge.
But as this happens, a pair of eyes, two pairs of eyes, fall upon the scene. The fuck was that? Galder, no. I gave you a chance to be summoned. Turns out Alekxander was Galder all this time.
I mean, Galder is a changeling, so yeah.
Pair of eyes fall upon the party. Slowly but surely, they start to make preparations. Tomorrow's going to be a slaughter. They need to prepare to guide as many souls as they can to the afterlife. As the wolf and the lamb wait until dawn. And it won't be so bad if we were just there watching the scene. But from a nearby shimmering portal, not a small girl housed on Targon, but a wizened old man in a long forgotten tower, watches in anticipation, having seen this scene play out many times already, hoping to see different variables this time, and hoping this is the one that he will be allowed to step into. And that is where we're ending it for tonight.
Depressionberg.
Oh yeah, no, like, my God,
I told you it was coming. The moment that we were going to fight the Void, it was going to be Depressionberg. Wafflebyrg doesn't think he's going to survive, and he doesn't want to survive.
it honestly feels like, given how long it's been since we've done a Dark Tides of Runeterra session, you all just saved up all the good shit for this.
Yeah. I mean, I've been waiting.
I mean, what did you expect to happen if you put Singed in front of Alari?
Also, I do like the idea now where it's a case of, ah yes, Alekxander is getting the help from Wafflebyrg. Meanwhile, Alari quite literally praying to Wafflebyrd's sister for assistance as well, going, yes, come help, your brother said he'd help.
Well, she doesn't know who she is. Just knows she met her in the underground ice egg. And was told that she's the one providing her this new clericy power. So, she doesn't know who she is.
But yes, I hope you all enjoyed today's session. It's been good to get back to this after so long.
It's good to finally put my alchemist kit to use. I've been like, what could I make with it? What could I make with it? And then I was like, oh my god, I could make fire bombs. It'll use everything in the kit, but I could definitely make them.
But thank you all so much for tuning into this. We get to the point where I get interrupted halfway through, which is, if you'd like to see more from us... Oh, he must be away. If you'd like to see more from us, you could check out Sirens Through the Fog over on Spotify as well.
Are you sure it's not Sirens Through the Mist?
God damn it.
Are you sure you
What
got
is
that
Pinco
right?
the
Are you
Fog?
sure? Yeah.
It's not that.
Banshees through the misting.
It's not that one that I have
Uh,
to.
Are you kidding me? It's Fogs of the Siren. Come on.
Fogs of
It's
the
Isn't Fog the Foggening too?
it's
Yeah,
not that one that.
Leghorn of the Foghorn.
It's not that one I have to keep checking up on. It's the other
I'm,
one that
I'm
I have to keep
so
checking.
proud of absolutely all of
Hallow
you.
fogging ends.
No, it's the other one I need to check up on. You know, Star Plunder, the other show over on Spotify.
Oh,
You mean
are you
Star
sure
Blunder?
Yeah, far blunder, the show where we talk about fleshy spaghetti.
Was it Fleshy Spaghetti? I could have sworn it was Tinkerbell.
Also check out Sirens. This is.
You already did
I did
sirens. You already
Sirens.
did sirens.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're messing
congrats.
you
You
up.
threw me
We're
off.
messing you up.
It finally
We
happened.
succeeded.
We succeeded where Jack failed.
No, I've taught you all so well. Please.
The students have overtaken the master.
Check out Echoes of the Past over from on Chocobo Keeper's channel, where she just celebrated her 2 year channel anniversary, with us coming up to 1 year of that game with a live
Yep.
streamed one. Which I saw your comments in that live stream, by the way. That made me happy to see.
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, do feel free to check those out as well as Devil Darlings over on the alternating Mondays when these get uploaded.
Sure, it's
The
not Hippo
alternative
Darlings,
channel.
Robo Darlings, Turtle Darlings.
I hope it's not Hippo Darlings after that one picture David posted
Oh
earlier.
my God, David! Wow, that was it's. I was
It's
like,
funny because he uses the same AI thing to do the ones for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. And it is just a thirsty ass bot. Like every image it
it's
makes
so
is
funny.
lewdish.
But
I was laughing because like it kind of looks actually like how I described the Marquise. So I was
yeah,
like, what?
got close with it. But yes,
Uh,
and we will see you all next time on the Dark Tides of Runeterra.
Yee.
Look at the sun.
Also, as I was stating before as well, even though I've not finished recording, we do need to get back to doing observation duty at some point.
yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of games we need to play.
Grounded, we need to get back to.
Fucking Baldur's Gate.
I've not even started recording Baldur's Gate, mainly because I was waiting until like it properly launched to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, us three need to get back to playing it because
Oh yeah,
we need to get.
We do need a bit more Dead by Daylight chaos too.
Mhm.
It's fun. It just depends when it's on because then sometimes I go a few rounds and then I have to go.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's because we normally do it too late on in the day. Also, we need to drag Fred in at some point for Monster Camp since we did Monster Prom.
Yes, we have to pull Fred because Fred wants to play more of that. She's just incredibly fucking busy.
Oh yeah,
Then
I
we'll
know
do
that's
another
just going to
roll
get
trip
even
with
worse
her.
next month as well with her trip to Mexico.
Yep.
Mexico.
Anyway, thank you
We'll
all,
do
and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.